Yes, we've been working with F5 for 14 years in Turkey. We became the first distributor. We introduced F5 to Turkey, and now F5 has a very large installed base. Many large telcos, many large banks use it. Most of the large banks use and is their main infrastructure for their network. And we're very excited to continue our relationship after 14 years and to see as a growth pattern. In 2018, we see a major growth in the market for F5 in Turkey. Well, one of our strategies, we're a distributor, so we're really focused on the channel. So we want to develop the channel. We want to empower the channel. We want to enable the channel to make money on this product as they make investments. So we want to work with F5 to be the channel between F5. We represent F5, who's the foreign company based in the U.S., and we want to be the channel to resellers and end users. And we want to be able to be the best channel to reach the large end users, for example, telcos, hospitals, government is a very large installed base. We also have finances, so many companies. So we want to be the channel in which we can reach those people through distribution, value-added distribution. We look to partners who are trustworthy. We look to business partners who have a growth worldwide and have generally in the Gartner group, we have this Gartner, everybody knows in the industry, Gartner group, and they have a magic quadrant. We like to see the top 1 or 2 in the magic quadrant. And F5 is number 1 in at least 2 or 3 different segments. So they're the leader. So we, in a simple answer, we want to work with the leaders in technology. We see F5 is going to be a growth for next year. F5 is making additional investments in Turkey. They're hiring new people, expanding the existing team. They recently hired somebody in Ankara for the government market, which we feel is going to be a very strong market, especially in the security field. So we're really excited about a growth area for both F5 and for ProLink as a whole. ProLink will grow. And the IT market will be growing in Turkey, as well as the security market, which is the fastest growing IT segment in Turkey, the security market.
Because we don't want any other WannaCry attacks.
Yes, exactly. We see there's more and more risks. There's risks from everywhere. There's risks from, there are some of our neighbors, we won't say who they are, but there's many, there's risks from within the country, and the cyber risk is becoming increasing more and more. We can't really talk about it, but there's been many banks that have been breached. We can't say who they are because we actually support those banks. So even once we get to the banks and other government agencies that have been breached and lost millions and millions of Turkish lira. So everybody is interested in focusing on security. So that's why it's being driven. That's why the end users want to have a security, increase their security overall from both internal attacks and external attacks. Not just external attacks, but there's also internal attacks that is a problem for large enterprises. Yes, and F5 has a history, a long-term history. They're a long-term company. They have a long-term history in security, and they've trusted vendor. That's the other thing we like. You asked about what vendors you like. We like vendors who are trusted and secure. So this is a company has been in the market. It's not a startup company. It's a very large company. Last year, last quarter, they did $500 million of revenue, or $2 billion of revenue. So it's a very large company. They have maybe 10,000 employees in the world. They have two offices in Turkey. So they're showing the commitment they have to Turkey, not just Istanbul, but Ankara office. And they want to provide these security solutions. And we see many of these installed base. I can't say who they are, but most of the banks deal with it, most of the telcos, because they see them as a trusted partner and they will help in the security side.